Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. Man, this has been a brutal weekend for some of you guys out there. But TLDR, if you don't use leverage, you don't have to worry about any of this. So you may not even be aware, because actually I don't pay attention to this stuff. But I do have like Telegram notifications turned on and stuff like that. So I do get like the Watcher Guru post. That's what led to me kind of seeing this. But TLDR is that Bitcoin just like shit the bed Friday night to Saturday. We're going to go over what happened and essentially what you can do to avoid it and why it's all noise and doesn't matter as long as you're staying humble, stacking sats, and not using leverage. So first and foremost, as of right now, this video, which is Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Bitcoin is at 112. Now, I'll show this because it's already up here, but apparently I believe Binance actually had bad Oracle data or bad, I don't really know what you would call it, but essentially prices wicked lower or went lower on Binance than they did in any other exchanges. So even this, the co-founder says who suffered losses, attribution on the exchange can request compensation. And then even the new CEO says the company will learn from what happened and is committed to doing better. So I think it wicked much, much lower on Binance than it did on other exchanges. This CoinMarketCap is not showing this. I think the lowest it showed was like 108. So you can look at it one way or the other. You can be like, well, then that means it didn't really happen. But some people did indeed get liquidated with this because of that, down to like 108 level, or I'm sorry, sub 100. I believe on Binance, it might have even bounced down to like 100 even. So you're seeing on CoinMarketCap just showing 109. But again, like I said, if you stay humble, stack sats, like for me, I actually benefited from this because I had buy orders in. This is what I told you guys to do a long time ago. This is, like I said, don't trust, verify. These are the buy orders that I had sitting on the exchange at 106, 105, 104, 103, 102. It didn't trigger my 101 or 100. I think I had one at like 100 and then like a 98. There's like 3 more orders in, but you can see all these happened like within, wow, what is that? 19, like less than a minute of one another. So that's what happens. And you can benefit from that chaos. So I hate to say it, but like I don't feel bad for people using leverage, even though this is clear market manipulation. I don't support that. We're going to get into what exactly happened. But the crypto, Bitcoin, crypto in general. So we'll reverse that. Crypto is so volatile. There's so many gains to be made that are on the table that you don't need to get greedy and use leverage. Leverage is what actually causes these cascading wicks, or long red candles, I should say, where the market dumps that much. Because what'll happen is someone will have shorts put in, and then when the price drops below, let's rewind that, they have longs put in, hoping the price goes from say 115 to 130. And if the price drops below 115, then that means they have to sell their crypto to cover that long that they had. And then the more that it dumps further, 115, 110, there are other people at those next levels, 110, 108, 105. So it just becomes this cascading handle. And what supposedly happened, well, not what supposedly, we don't know who, but you could definitely make the case that it was insider trading, because it just looks very, very suspect. Let me go to my profile and the ones that I shared. I think that's this, right? I don't use X enough still. So I have that one. So we just witnessed the largest liquidation day in crypto ever. That is crazy. It's like 18 billion. That is nuts. They got wiped out. Trump just triggered the biggest crypto crash. So what happened is, let's go further down, is there was a tweet from Trump about the markets, or about China specifically. Where did I not retweet that? Basically, he said that they're putting 100% tariffs on China. Let's pull that up. Hold on. So it wasn't even on Twitter. It was on his Truth Social platform. And I'm not going to read this whole thing, but basically at 3:50 p.m., he tweets this: the United States of America will impose 100% tariff on China over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. So this went out at 3:50. And then the markets naturally reacted to that. On October 10th, President Donald Trump, 100% tariffs, responding, blah, blah, blah. And then the crypto markets just shit the bed. So it's funny, I mentioned this before. It's like, if you don't use leverage and you're just stacking Bitcoin, you really don't care. Because when you zoom out, you know that Bitcoin is the best performing asset of all time in human history. And when you look at the charts and look at the years that Bitcoin has been around, it's just been up and to the right. There's definitely gonna be some volatility when you zoom in. You're definitely gonna see some pain if you're trying to short this, long it, or try to predict things. But what's interesting to note is that 30 minutes before this announcement, a trader made a profit of $192 million. I think they had 100x long. We're gonna go into the details later. But clearly, before this post went out, someone opened a brand new account on Hyperliquid and shorted the market. And then that just caused those cascading shorts. And Binance, CZ retweeted this. This is freaking wild. The COVID crash, 1.2 billion. FTX crash, 1.6. This was 10x bigger than COVID and FTX, not combined, but each one of those. 19 billion, like just out of nowhere. Like these, like FTX, they were just using paper Bitcoin. COVID, that affected the whole globe. This was just a random out of the blue tweet. Like, let that sink in. This man can shift these markets that bad. Now, granted, that was because people had all this leverage and like, oh, it's October, we're gonna go to the moon. And that's just ignorance at best. Like people trying to make more money off of Bitcoin or off of crypto than necessary. Like Raoul Pal said, you don't need 100, 1000x leverage. Like just be happy with the 50% on Bitcoin CAGR, compound annual growth rate, 50% average last 15 years. Like seriously, do you need to put 100x leverage? Like that's why I don't have any pity for these people that are getting liquidated. Now, again, I don't support the insider trading that most likely took place here, but it's like, what do you expect? So here's more details. The insider opened a 30 minutes trade announcement, closed the trade for 100 million. And I think total, it was like a 992 million. So people were speculating. I think it's in this one. Let me see. Let's see before I throw any shade. Yeah. People were speculating it's Barron Trump. It's definitely someone close to Trump. Like and that's why I say I can't fault them. Like the thing with crypto is that we can see the insider trading much more transparent, but make no mistake, since man created currencies to trade in, there's always been someone on the inside benefiting from that. You can look at the stock market and watch trading and all this stuff, regardless of the regulation. It's always been a dog eat dog kind of world and all about the insiders. The only difference with Bitcoin and crypto is, well, let's not rewind. Bitcoin is that it was given to the people first. And now that Wall Street's got its hands on it, the government's got its paws in it as well. You can see transparently how the game has been played. So it's like, don't get upset about it. That's just the way it works. Like you can't change it. And to that point, because it's at this level and at this amount of volatility, that allows us to make this 50% CAGR. If Bitcoin was as mature as gold, you would not see this. Perfect example. Here's what you see in gold. Less than 1% down over 3 days. So from this tweet, let's look at 24 hours. Gold didn't move hardly at all. 30,976. It's spiked at 4,037, came down, I guess, around this time. Nope, this is right before it. This is 1 p.m. So this is 3. So it actually moved up since that announcement. $4,023 and then went to 4,035. But the point is, it's just like pennies, like for 1%. So you can't be upset about the volatility when you're benefiting from the volatility, or you're upset because, you know, you lost money because you decided to lose leverage, or you just saw the price of Bitcoin go down temporarily. Like, this is the price we pay for being early. And this is the price we pay for wanting to peek behind the curtain and get eyes on how the game is played. So if you just stay humble, stack sats, and not use leverage, then you won't have to worry about it. I think it was Warren Buffett, or attributed to Warren Buffett. He's like, the 3 ways men fail or lose everything. It's the 3 L's: leverage, liquor, and ladies. and yeah, I could definitely co-sign that. So I don't drink, but definitely women will get you in trouble very quickly, and liquor. But here is what I want to end the video on. Raoul Pal, words of wisdom. All of this is noise if you don't use leverage. Exactly. I could drop the mic right there. There are only 2 questions you need to ask as a long-term holder. Will tomorrow be more digital than today? Has the liquidity cycle and business cycle topped, or is it still rising to finance the 10 trillion that needs to be rolled the next 12 months? If both answers are yes, then it's all noise. Your time horizon is 5+ years, and the second part is just noise too. Buy the fucking dip, and don't fuck this up. And sadly, that 18 billion is just proof of a lot of people that fuck this up. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. You don't need to use leverage, and you just need to have this thesis. And there is indeed still 10 trillion of debt that has to be rolled. There is indeed a brand new Fed chair coming in May of next year. There is indeed liquidity being pumped across all the other countries. And it will indeed roll into the assets, the 2 assets that cannot be plated or printed by government: gold and Bitcoin, period. So if that's your thesis, and then like you said, is it more digital tomorrow than today? Meaning we only get more advanced and we're never going to roll back the clock on digitization, minus some kind of nuclear holocaustal event, then stay humble, stack sats is just a simple thing to do. And if you really want to benefit, you can do like I did, and you put in buy orders for these kinds of things. Now, your buy orders may never get filled, you know, like I don't believe we'll see sub 100K, but we just saw a potential case because some of the exchanges could have invalid or issues on their exchange or whatever. Who knows? That's not market manipulation. Like, I don't know. But I think it was Raoul Pal that also said no, it was one of the trader guys I listened to. I forgot his name. Gareth Soloway. Markets take the path of most pain. So this was the most painful event in history for Bitcoin and crypto. $19 billion wiped off the map. But I benefited, as I showed you. I bought $1,000 worth of crypto of Bitcoin at sub 110K levels. So if you play the game right, you can win on both the up and the down. All right, smash that HPO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.